Hello. Did any one of you see what Ciara wore to the Oscar Awards this year, March 2023? It was absolutely shocking. I don't know what she was going for, but whatever it is, I don't think she accomplished it. From what everyone has been talking about. I tried to sleep and just mind my business, but I couldn't because I have a conscience. And I have a responsibility as an image diva to speak up and try to let young people know that this is not the way to go. Her dressing told me 5 things about her. I have never met her in person, but I learned so much about her just from the way she was dressed to the Oscar. The first thing I've learned is that Ciara does not value herself as a woman, as a black queen. She also, the second thing, does not have any regards for her husband, her children, or any other members of her family. Third, she does not respect whatever the Oscar stands for. She has no regards of the power, how powerful the Oscar is. And if she does, maybe she did it intentionally to mock them and poo-poo the institution or the organization. Fourthly, Ciara does not fear God. If you fear God, there's no way you would dress like that, whether it's to the real Oscar award ceremony or the after party, because there were a lot of big celebrities there. There were corporate organizations there. There were young people that were there to serve. There were a lot of strangers. There were international representation in that party. And fifth, Ciara does not have any regard or respect for the young role models, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds that are looking up to her as a superstar. That is not a superstar behavior. No black queen will go naked, almost naked, to a ceremony. What kind of low self-esteem? She is married to Broncos quarterback, NFL player Russell Wilson. And I'm shocked that he could not tell her that what she was trying to wear to the Oscar, what she was going to wear, was inappropriate. Apparently, he doesn't wear the pants in the family, or she has him by the balls. That is just sad either way. It is very disappointing that a woman that with that status will not use her power to influence other women right. And you have seen what Ciara'S is a YouTuber. Has I just included his clip for what he presented to his followers, and there is a lot of comments from other people. There are a few people that are supportive because they say she is married and her husband is not complaining. Of course, he's not going to complain. Like we say, he's weak. And who respects people like that? That is not a good role model. And one last thing I want to add is that I recommend that the Oscars, from now on, the management should look into dress code, dress standards, because people are watching from all over the world. It's not only those who just attended. I mean, that is why it's affecting us. People are watching from everywhere, from hospitals, from prisons, from at home, wherever, all kinds of people. Christians, Muslims, atheists, whoever. What we should always make sure that we give is positive vibes, because we want the world to be a better place. As far as I'm concerned, this is the second slap consecutively in 2 years that the Oscar is receiving from black people that should know better and should be great role models. The first one was last year by Will Smith when he slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars, and then the second one is what Ciara just did I am disappointed, and I want to use this as a disclaimer to let people know out there that black people do not usually behave like this. There are some of us that are still very decent, and you already know that. So do not use this one isolated incident to judge the rest black celebrities or regular people. And Ciara, you should be disappointed and ashamed of yourself. Your children have they have classmates at school that will laugh at them and say your mom's ass was all over the internet. It was all over the Oscar. Was your mom trying to leave your father and stuff like that? You have to think that children are sensitive. That was just so wrong, and you need to apologize. That's all I have to say. I'm your image diva. I'm here to speak the truth.
Force people to buy into my beliefs at all. But again, I don't attend church regularly. I don't go to a physical church regularly. And part of the reason I don't is because if I go to a church, I'll see people like this. I'll see couples like this. The church has been feminized. You have men in church, these spiritual men like Russell Wilson, who be with these wives who are dressed. Guys, I am not saying women today need to wear long dresses and practically look like nuns. That's not what I'm saying. But can we all agree that when we see publications producing headlines like Ciara'S basically naked and everybody's kind of shocked, but this is also a woman who's like mascotting a Ciara'S prayer and you must pray for the right man, that this is actually a problem? I mean, you can at least just show some legs or a little bit of cleavage. This is where we're at now, right? And I look crazy, and so do other men, when they go out into this world and they date and they see women dressing way too revealing, and those same women think that there's a man out there who's going to look at that and say, oh, yeah, right there, that's wifey material. Right? Like, I want to take you seriously. If not a marriage, I want to take you seriously for a long-term relationship. Like, is that the message that you really think you're putting across to these men? But no, I'm going to find a guy who doesn't care how I dress. Like Russell. Russell isn't the average guy. Most guys would not be okay with their chick going out dressed like this. And somebody may counter and say, well, these are celebrities. Nah, man. These women follow these celebrities. They follow these celebrities with this. This is another reason why most men with any type of self-respect don't respect the way Russell Wilson conducts himself, his relationship, because they wouldn't be okay with this. And that's just one aspect, right? We're not getting into everything else that's involved in this. And listen, the thing is, this time I wasn't the only one who spoke out. A lot of women are finally starting to catch on, and they're just like, nah, what is this? Check out some of these comments. The majority of these are women. First comment here says, respectfully, no. That there's 2,000 plus likes. Next comment here says, Ciara wore nothing to the 2023 Vanity Fair Oscar party is what it is. With the shoulder shrug. Next comment here from another person says, wasn't you just leading praise and worship with the prison ministry? There we go. I know you can do both, but why? Now those same men you minister to are thinking of you differently.